it's a free program, so it's not exactly.
But it works perfect. So we were just like, okay, whatever.
So Crimes of War. Alright, so now we're on to the writ of history.
One thing, I got it. This is not working.
You do not get to download
No.
you probably have to wait for the scripted event behind that's going on to start. There's a dragon-looking thing talking to me.
Oh, I don't see that.
Well, he just took off. Again, it's probably phased, so pretty soon you should be able to see the drums light up. And actually, it looks like we missed the writ of history.
There.
So let's go back this way to see if we can get that writ of history.
Sure. And yeah, but it was funny. It was just really neat to do that. to do the. To do that, it hurt. I mean, when you made a mistake, it hurt.
Mm-hmm. You learn really quick to not make mistakes, because smack. What if we can get around this guy without getting attacked?
I can. Well, not this character, actually. I don't think I have camouflage. No, we don't.
Ah, there it is. The writ of history. Holy crap. I have some experience points.
Another scripted event. Another scripted event.
Yep. Excuse me.
And yeah, I tell you, Star Wars gets in your blood, I'm afraid.
Yes, yes it does.
I actually am curious. I know, Phoenix, you've seen the Star Wars movies.
Yes.
What do you like about them?
Well,
do you like them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think I like lots of things about them.
Okay, pick your top three, I guess.
Huh?
Pick your top three.
Well, I like the space adventure genre in general. Yes. Mm-hmm. I like sort of the good versus evil aspects of it. And I think in terms of, I'm not going to say 1, 2, and 3, but more 4, 5, and 6. It was very sort of captivating and interesting story, and especially because you kind of jumped in the middle of it, so you're still trying to figure out who people are and what relationships there are and all that kind of stuff, which to me is more interesting than the first 3.
Mm-hmm.
At least as the movies go.
Oh, right. Very good. Have you read the books at all?
No.
Nope. Yep.
I don't do a lot of reading outside of work because I just read so much at work.
That's fine. I'm just curious.
No, I know.
I don't know many people. I mean, usually you read a Star Wars book if you're like usually a pretty big fan if you start reading background books on a movie.
Yeah. They do have the Thrawn trilogy was released on audiobook. I mean, it was quite a while ago. Originally, it was read by Anthony Daniels, who does the voice of C-3PO.
Oh, nice.
But for the 20th anniversary, they did a re-release of the first one. The heck is it? It's not Heir to the Empire. Not only that, but they actually did an audiobook re-release. You can actually find it on YouTube. It's really, really good. I just got done listening to it. It's like 59 parts that are like 9 to 15 minutes apiece. It's totally unabridged, so you get the whole story.
Yeah.
So if you're not a big fan of reading books, if you go to YouTube and look up Star Wars, look up I think it's Heir to the Empire audiobook, you'll find it's a pretty big. It's a massive time investment, and you're talking 5-6 hours or so. I listened to it over several days at work. But it's an audiobook. The guy doing it does a really good job with the various voices, to the point where he starts talking with a voice, you know which character is talking. You don't have to really wait for him to tell you who it is that's talking.
Wow.
It's just it was very well done. Unfortunately, they only did that one. I guess there wasn't enough sales when they released this back like 8-9 years ago to justify continuing on with redoing the other audiobooks. But this is a good start, and if people listen to it and they really, really like it, again, pick up the other books or find the original audiobooks that are narrated by Anthony Daniels. So if you're not a big fan of reading, audiobooks are a good way to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now we are going back. Let's see.
Gosh, it's already been an hour. This is like, oh my gosh, it's so quick when you talk about Star Wars.
You get on a roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I stopped talking for most of that.
Not really, no.
So what are we doing here? What are we looking
We're going across to where that teal totem pole is that's kind of off by itself to summon a spirit to attack it to finish up this quest chain, I assume.
Actually, I watched the original 3 movies this week.
Mm.
I was like on Monday. I'm like, oh well, with the new one coming out on Friday or whatever. It's like, I was like, should I like try to go through all of it? You know, go through not just the 6 movies, but like the Clone Wars as well.
Oh, jeez.
And I was just like, I mean, Clone Wars went for 5.5 seasons.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Plus now they have a new one called Rebel something.
Star Wars Rebels.
Right.
Which I've heard is actually pretty good.
Well, apparently kind of a neat thing. A lot of the storyline from Clone Wars actually got transferred over. And not just that, but when they said, hey, we're going to do this thing, right, this new Clone Wars thing with Darth Vader in it, they're like, is Jones available? And it's just like, okay, sure. But interestingly enough, Ahsoka, Anakin's ex-Padawan, is in it.
Oh, is she really?
Right. Well, I was like, the big joke was like, Jesus, what happened to her, during the Clone Wars? And it was kind of a big joke as to, well, Anakin having a Padawan and all that.
Right.
Turns out that near the end of the Clone Wars, she got accused of murder.
Okay.
And through the process of getting herself cleared and everybody doing that and helping her out, she just became disgusted with the whole bureaucracy, the Jedi Order, everything. And so she just left and disappeared. And that was actually one of the...
men put up on Bear because he's getting really low on health.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry, not paying attention. And so that's kind of answers the question. It's like, all right, well, what happens to her? It's like, well, she left and she went into hiding because admittedly the Jedi Order kind of needed to get like a little bit of slappage going on because they're getting a little too big for their britches.
Mm-hmm.
And Yoda just realized this as well. And so I thought that was interesting. And she actually helped form the Rebel Alliance, to be honest. So it was like, oh, that's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know, I guess people were just like, why are they giving him a Padawan? I guess part of it was for him to learn how to let go of people, because a part of teaching someone is, especially like an apprentice level stuff, is you kind of have to let them, you teach them so long and then you kind of have to let them go and let them do their own thing.
Right.
And that was kind of the lesson that they were trying to teach Anakin, was that you got to let stuff go. Because that was one of his biggest faults, was that he couldn't let go of stuff. The reason why he couldn't, he never got over his mom getting hurt and stuff like that. Now that's stuff that should be painful, but part of that is kind of accepting it and moving on. Do I like any of this stuff? No, I don't. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and I figured, I know you've expressed not disgust, but like not liking the Clone Wars, and I didn't know if that kind of bit of information would help out a little bit and making it a little more stomachable.
A little bit. I mean, it's part of it is just some of the things they went with it's kind of the same issue I have, and we're not going to get into this discussion because it would take forever. Some of the issues I have with like Jar Jar, the unnecessary, comic relief where you have these goofy, silly characters whose only purpose is to be goofy and silly, which I find unnecessary. Sure, they had some characters like that in the Clone Wars that I'm just like, okay, well, but that being said,
yeah, I believe Jar Jar is his own hour long of playing. I think he's worth that much. I'm like one of 4 people I think in the world that actually liked him. But
4 might be counting it too high too.
Actually, no. I used to say 3, but then I met a guy at work who actually enjoyed him. So I'm just like, really?
See,
okay.
It should say something that even you're surprised when you find people who actually agree with you.
Well, it's one of those things. I mean, I like what I like, and he was just funny, and I enjoyed that. Although the nowadays you go around the world and you hear how he was actually a Jedi, a Sith master or something, and I enjoyed reading that conspiracy theory. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, it was interesting. Well, there's a theory out there that E.T. was a Jedi.
I hadn't heard that one, but
Well, because basically it kind of comes down to like things that he could do. Like he could heal with touch. And more importantly, it was kind of it may have been kind of a joke on Lucas's part, but in the I'm trying to think which one it is. One of the prequels, it's shown that in the Senate chamber there are aliens that look like E.T.
Yeah.
So basically the assumption is, okay, well, that E.T. is actually a member of a race from the Star Wars universe, but because of his ability to heal with a touch and various other things, he probably actually is Force sensitive. He was actually telekinetic because he was able to lift up the bike when they went flying.
Sure.
That would be just telekinesis, which is pretty standard for most Jedi.
Yep.
So
unless your bloodline doesn't let you do that.
Right. But and again, it's,
little FYI.
Right. So, but it's just one of those things where when you first hear it, you're like, no, and then you start seeing the things that are like, it may not be intentional, but it really worked out that way.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
Alright, so I got Pride Links free. I got 11 and 12. Wow, there are a lot of these things here.
Yep. Let's see. So I need 3 more traps.
Bear keeps attacking the Wind Riders.
Put him on a leash.
Good idea.
I got him. Sorry, Warlock.
No, you're not.
No.
And Warlocks in any name or any game you hate. So.
Pretty much. Hell, I even have a problem with Gilgamesh's character in our D&D campaign because he's a Warlock.
Yeah.
Well,
well, plus he's a kind of a douche. He's a douchebag.
As far as the character concept goes, it's a cool character concept. He just doesn't play well with a group, and
he never plays well with a group.
No, not really.
What is with all this stuff? What is this? Oh, the ones you killed, I get credit for. Nice.
And I can't even use any of the quest rewards from this one.
Get out of my way.
Release Heart Razor from all bonds. Fine.
I still gotta get 2 more nets.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's alright.
I didn't realize you were done, or I would have assisted.
Well, I was trying to get a body that was laying here, but then this thing attacked me, and I'm just like, come on, I don't want to attack you, and he made me.
It's all his fault.
Yeah.
How rude.
Well, when they get in the way of you touching the body, you gotta kill him.
Oh, is that how it's phrased? Sphere, is that the phrasing you want to go with?
Maybe not, but that's the way I'm going with it anyway.
That's what you said, so that's what you stick with.
Heaven forbid something objects to you touching its body.
Only the people that don't know me.
That is a big bear. We're gonna go over here now.
Yes, he is.
Different bear.
Oh, poop.
So I Quantum, you know this, but I picked up GTA 5 on Saturday.
Yep.
And spent most of the weekend playing the game. Went through the campaign for quite a while, and then realized, you know what? I haven't been on a good rampage in a while. So then I spent the next 3 hours seeing how efficient I could get my rampages. Do you have to turn these in?
Yeah.
Okay. And
did you play the multiplayer bit or just a single player?
Just a single player. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do much of the allied stuff.
Sounds familiar.
So, but anyway, so I'm enjoying that game immensely.
Hey, I got something I can use.
Yay!
Alright. Not that you'll see it or anything.
Ding! Good job.
Where's that?
Where is this person I'm supposed to save? Oh my god.
Wow, 2 levels in one day.
I know, right? I mean, we were rested, but still.
117 hours my took us.
Right. Slackers.
Yeah.
This is without air.
Yeah, can you imagine? Oh my gosh.
Actually, how long have we been? 1 day, 7 hours, 59 minutes, and 22 seconds so far.
Oh, yeah, that's 30-something hours. All right, so where to now, huh?
Mm.
Oh, we gotta release this guy over here, I guess.
Heart Razor, yeah, he's down around the corner this way. Wrong way.
Sure.
Yep.